Hello, sisters and brothers. My name is Gloria Riva. My first trip to Cuba was in 1985, and over the years I have personally witnessed the terrible and cruel effects of the U.S. blockade. The word embargo is a misnomer. It is a blockade, a massive economic, political, and propaganda war on the people and government of Cuba, forced on countries worldwide. The U.S. objective is to try to crush Cuba and erase its humanitarian example for its people and the world. As proof of U.S. intentions, we only have to look at the laws passed by Washington that are specifically meant to strangle Cuba's economy. First is the law signed by President Kennedy 60 years ago today, but for 30 years, Cuba's relationship with the socialist camp was of great mutual benefit. When the Soviet Union fell, Washington predicted it could finally do Cuba in. And so the Torricelli Law was signed by President Bush in 1992. It was crafted to block Cuba's new trading partners, such as U.S. subsidiaries in third countries. It also forced countries to choose between trading with Cuba or the United States, or face confiscation of its ships. The year before Torricelli went into effect, Cuba purchased $900 million worth of essential goods from Latin American subsidiaries. The very next year, that $900 million dropped to $1.6 million. I will never forget my visits to Cuba in the early 1990s when I saw the extreme hardship weighing down on the whole Cuban people because of the tightened blockade, the scarcity of food, water pumps breaking down with no spare parts, the lack of medicine, no buses, the blackouts. But I also witnessed the tremendous heroic and united resistance, the hard work, the creativity of the Cuban people, and its loyalty to the revolution and Fidel, who led the way through those critical times. Resistir, resistir, resistir y vencer was the watchword and the way of life. And when Cuba finally began to recover slowly by 1996 through its economic strategy and hard work, a new law, Helms-Burton, was signed that very same year by President Clinton. Again, it was designed to target the growing foreign investments in Cuba. Today, with Title III of Helms-Burton in full force, with the 243 measures signed by Trump and now continued by Biden, and the growing campaign of subversive attacks, U.S. imperialism believes it can finally achieve its objective. But Washington will never understand the Cuban people and the determination to defend its sovereignty and socialism. And there is no better proof of the validity of socialism when we compare the COVID situation in the U.S. with those situations in Cuba and China. How dare the United States, with 870,000 people who've died by criminal negligence, with millions facing eviction, how dare the U.S. talk about helping the Cuban people with a blockade? And by falsely declaring Cuba a terrorist state, it's Cuba that's the victim of terrorism. And the blockade now. Return Guantanamo territory to Cuba. Thank you.